like let's say I do a Google search and I were to find 1,000 articles that say that the Earth is flat, and I was only able to find 800 that said the Earth was round. Can I reasonably assume that the Earth is flat then?
Okay, here, hold on. If I can tell, your head is quite large, and if that means anything, that means that you have a brain in there, right? All right. So I had this idea, right? So um, you know how like I know the vegan server, right. Um, so I was doing my little research while playing Crunker.io. Anyway, um, so I was like, so when they cut down lots of fields and take away animals' homes to
Mm.
plant like soybeans and corn and crap for like vegan burgers or whatever. Like, doesn't that kill a lot more animal lives than just like one cow or like one
Okay,
chicken?
that's a great question, and I could definitely answer it as a vegan activist, but I'm not gonna because we're doing street epistemology.
Oh,
But
we
maybe
are?
what we could do, yeah, but sorry, you might have joined late, but yeah, we're doing this certain thing, and you can stay up on here though. We might be able to turn your question into a claim, and then we can interview you where we just ask questions about your claim to see what you believe, why you believe it, and if you have good reasons for believing it. So basically, if your question is like, we could basically maybe turn it into a claim like, um, vegans also kill animals, or maybe um, it could be more animals are killed by vegans than by eating one cow or something like this. I don't know if that sounds interesting to you, if you want to do something like that, and then we'll just ask you questions about it.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Let's try that. And then if you want after that conversation, maybe then I can give you answers as a vegan activist to actually answer that specific question for you. Does that sound good? All right, cool. So like
All right.
so Matt and juggling lessons and Pierce, let's do the thing.
What
Okay.
is this thing in question?
Street epistemology. So
Oh yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just where we're just gonna ask you some questions,
All
and it
right.
will be some probing questions about your
All right.
epistemology. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about okay.
I was in a program at school that specialized in probing questions.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's for
Uh
suicide awareness.
oh.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
I saved absolutely nobody because there were no cases in our school. But anyway, okay, yeah, continue.
Okay. So well, I guess what is your confidence levels, or what is your claim actually? I guess let's clarify that. So maybe based off what your question you asked, do you think it's the case that planting like vegan foods like I don't know, soy and stuff like
And
that?
like chickpeas and
Hmm.
stuff that goes into the thing. Yeah,
Yeah, like that might harm animals more than
yeah,
like.
yeah. Because when you plant all this soy, right? You know, bugs and like deer
Mhm.
and rabbits and raccoons or whatever tiny fuzzy creature, they're gonna come over there. They're gonna be like, "Ooh, free soy! Geez, I gotta get in on some of this."
Mhm.
Free. It's not gonna be around forever, right? Because that's how
Okay.
animals think,
Yeah.
or so I assume. I watched like one documentary on National Geographic. So anyway, um, so right, they're gonna be all like, um, they're gonna be like, oh, this is nice, but like farmers, they're like, hey, stop eating my soy. We need this. We need to make money off of this. But then the pesticides in the soy and stuff, right? I know it's not harmful to humans, right? But that it can kill bugs, and bugs are still life too, right? I mean, not that I care about bugs. There's a spider on my window, just you know. But like that kills a lot of bugs, and then these pesticides, right? And the mass farming can destroy animals' homes, right? Like gophers or whatever, they live in the ground. You
Gotcha.
plant over their entire place, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Imagine someone went over to your house, bulldozed all over it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And do you believe that this is worse than like eating cows and pigs, or is it
I mean
equivalent, or
so I think in a sense it's equivalent, but at the same time it's worse because like
okay?
you're killing gophers, hares, destroying deer's homes, all of this, owls and friggin' I
Gotcha.
don't know, raccoons and shit, right?
Okay.
Um, but then you kill one cow. One life is one life, as Pac-Man has taught me. So, you know what I'm saying? One life is one life, right?
Gotcha.
And and like you're destroying all these deer's homes, gophers, like a lot of animals that die in the process of getting the soy, right?
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
I think I got I'm picking up what you're putting down. I think I
yeah,
understand
yeah,
your claim here. Yeah. How
yeah.
confident are you that this is either equivalent or worse?
I'm pretty confident that it's worse because like you're killing a lot more than just like one cow.
Okay.
And plus if you only buy um meats and meat products and dairy from places where they're like free range, grass fed, they have a nice little life.
Okay.
Oh crap, my friend's calling me. I'm gonna just dismiss that. Um, but right, um, so you're killing a lot of or no, you're not. Hold on. Damn, stop calling me, you absolute weirdo. Damn, okay. Okay. I'm back. So right, um if you're getting like stuff from I see one comment from like local farms, right? Like let's say you're getting lots of stuff from like local farms, right?
Mhm.
And they're treating animals very good. Like I know that the I think as Muslims they eat only halal meat, and that's like they treat the animals as best as they can before they die to become meat and food like that. They treat them as well as they possibly can, right? You know what I'm saying? They give them
Okay.
the best life, right?
Okay.
And I think that and especially killing them in a humane way, okay? Mass farming, they don't really kill them in a humane way. Sure, they kill them quickly, but it's not humane. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Keeping them in these cages, mass farms, you know what I'm saying? And if
Mhm.
you, I know that it's more expensive. I'm a child. I don't got that sense of money, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like, if you really, um, I know that's more money, but like, even if you buy it, right? Even if you just eat meat a couple times a week, you know what I'm saying? To the point where you're not like eating it every single day. Just buy it like once or twice a week. Which I mean, like once or twice a week, eating the meat and not getting this like mass produced stuff, then I think that would be better. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
like if you're not buying from these massive companies, right?
I th
Then they're gonna have less sales. I know that's like one person. You know what I'm saying? Just one guy
I think we
not eating this mass produced meat.
might need to refocus here for a moment. We might be drifting
Yeah.
away. Okay. So with
Well, I mean,
regards to the fields with the the almonds and the soy and
yeah.
chickpeas or whatever, right? Versus like the farms, even the nice farms you were talking about, right?
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
farms.
What could you learn that would change your mind from like thinking that the fields are worse and that the farm is better?
I mean, because look, these fields, they're like planted over acres and acres of stuff, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, that's a lot of ground. I think, personally, to change my mind on that, they should go around, right? And like, check out the areas, make sure there's no animals there
Okay.
first, right? Make sure there's no
Sure.
animals there. And then you can start planting your almonds and your soy and all of that stuff, right? Because if there's
Okay.
no animals there, you're not hurting them. And even then, if there are animals there, you can relocate them to, I don't know, an animal sanctuary or something where they can live out the rest of their life without the fear of possibly dying from industrial farming.
If you were to learn
Ow,
that,
I cut my finger. Damn.
oh,
That's fine.
if you were to learn that this was already being done, that farmers were only either planting where there's no animals, or if they were relocating them, or stuff like that. If you were to learn that that was the case, would you think that the fields with all the plants was better than the farms?
Okay, but here's where I'm gonna stop you real quick right there. Is like here's the thing. Farmers, a lot of them don't really care. Okay,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just
They
asking
get
hypothetically.
their money. They sell their soy or whatever. Good day's work. Blah blah blah. Just sleep on a hay bale. Um, that I don't know. I mean, I know that some of them are doing it, but it's not a
Mhm.
lot of them. It's just like a select few, and it's usually those companies that make those like grass-fed, free-range, nice pasteurized eggs that I find at Target.
If you were to learn that the practices that to grow the plants, the almonds, whatever, if you were to learn that that practice doesn't actually harm a whole lot of animals, let's say for 10 almond trees, it's like just one chipmunk or two. Would you think?
That's still two lives compared to one cow.
Uh,
And if Miss Gamboa from kindergarten taught me correctly, two is more than one.
I'm wondering if like 10 almond trees are equivalent to one cow, or is 10 almond trees equivalent to like 100 cows? How could we figure that out?
I mean, here. You could look at the statistics. I'm not going to because I don't got that kind of time. I gotta go to school tomorrow.
Hmm.
Um, by school I mean I am not going to school. Summer break. Woohoo! Okay, but anyway. Um, so right, look. So you're taking away these animals' homes, right? Right. You're taking away their homes, planting the soy, almond trees, blah blah, chickpeas. Okay, right? And then, okay, then, um, like you said, if that kills one or two chipmunks, that is 10 or 20 or like some number in between chipmunks dead. Okay, that's more than one cow.
Okay.
And last time I checked, chipmunks are cuter than cows. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So
I'm
I'm
sure
I'm
many people.
very very uninformed about how plants how these things work, where almonds come from, where soybeans come from. I'm being genuinely honest. I don't know much about it.
I
If I
think
were,
soybeans come from like soy leaves or something.
yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
I know that, but like how they're planted and what the
Yeah.
process is. How could I learn? What could I do to learn, um, like how that goes, and if there are animals that are being kicked off of where they live for these plants to be planted, how could I determine what exactly is going on?
I mean, you could like search it up on Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Or YouTube. Or, like Bing if that's more your
okay.
speed.
Okay. You think that would be the best way to figure it out?
I mean, you could go on National Geographic or something.
Okay. That might be
Yeah.
a good way.
Check
Okay.
multiple sources. If multiple sources are saying the same thing, most likely it's true. If like one of them is saying something completely different from the other ones, check to see if other ones are saying that. Then make an educated guess. Then you'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if someone really wanted to know what was true, that would be probably the route to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you have done?
Now, me personally, I don't got that kind of time.
Okay.
But I'm sure you could find something like that.
So if this was something that was really important to you, that would be the way to that you would go probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Here, let me look it up right now. Okay.
Okay.
Does planting almonds? How the hell do I spell almond? It's
A
L-A-M.
L M O N D S.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Does planting almonds and soy and random
All right, that's pretty much all I got.
vegan stuff
I think you did a good job.
hurt? Hold on, man. Stop laughing. That's mean.
No, he's not.
No,
He's
you're
laughing
doing
at
good.
me.
No,
That's
that's
me.
Pierce. I'm surprised he spelled almonds correctly. First of all, that's
More
fantastic.
vegan
Come on, man.
hurt more animals than murdering one cow for a Big Mac.
You got Chat GPT on there or what?
No, I got surge activism. https://www.surgeactivism.com. Debunked.
check it out.
Do vegans kill more animals through crop deaths? Okay, here, let me share my screen. Everyone needs to get an eye full of this. Oh no, I can't stream onto this.
That's
Can I?
okay. You can just tell us. Just read it to us real quick. Just read
Okay.
us a little bit.
Okay. Ted Nugent from South Africa says that here, hold on. Those who follow a vegan lifestyle are responsible for more animal deaths through the harvesting of crop and use of fertilizers and pesticides than people who consume animals directly. We do see this quite often, and it's about time we take a good look at the argument being made, are animals being killed, blah blah, especially soy. All of the crops to choose, in fact, around 75 to 80% of the soy that is produced is used as farmed animal feed. Only 6% is actually used for human consumption. Therefore, if you are upset about animals being killed soy farming, then stop funding the industries that use 3/4 of all the soy that is grown. Nugent is not the only one who has made this argument. Ken Creaser, stupid name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's good. That's good for now. That's good for now. But thank you. That was good reading and everything. I'm gonna
Thank you.
post a link for you here.
Can I ask
tagging
one
you
last
in the-
question? Can I do one last thing?
Oh yeah.
So-
Sorry. Go ahead.
So here. So you found a article that states a claim, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it's wrong. It could be correct. I personally don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. If I were to go on Google and search up for an article, and I found an article that said like the exact opposite, that was claiming that vegans actually kill a lot less life than meat eaters. How could we determine which article was being truthful?
I mean, me personally, you could number one check more websites to see which one says one or the other, and if you find a majority that
Okay.
say one or over the other, then you could reasonably assume that that one is correct.
Is the majority of the articles always going to be the ones that are correct?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you said. I was reading something.
Oh, sorry. Is like if you search and you find like the majority of articles say that this is true, X is true.
Yeah.
Does that necessarily mean that X is true? Is that the most reliable way to figure that
Well, I
out?
mean, are you gonna go out to an almond farm and sit there for a year and count the statistics? No, I don't think so. You don't got that kind of time on your hands. Neither do I.
Sure.
So looking on Google is probably one of the most reasonable ways.
But I guess, like, let's say I do a Google search and I were to find 1,000 articles that say that the Earth is flat, and I was only able to find 800 that said the Earth was round. Can I reasonably assume that the Earth is flat then?
Okay, here, hold on. If I can tell, your head is quite large, and if that means anything, that means that you have a brain in there, right? Now, just because you walk on the Earth and it's flat doesn't mean it's necessarily flat.
Mhm.
Like look at this, look at this, look at this. When you go to the beach, I don't know if you go to the beach, but still, when you go to the beach, you see the horizon, right? You're looking and you see the Earth curve a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah. So then that would probably mean that the Earth is round. the Earth is not flat. We have disproven that for many years. Okay, I think it was like the Greeks or the Romans or something.
I hear
One of
you.
those important ones. Yeah,
I hear you.
yeah.
So,
I
guess
think
what?
maybe
Oh yeah.
I
Also,
think
can
maybe what
we invite uh Goofy Krill to the stage, please?
Maybe
We will in a
later, but
moment.
let's just focus on this. We're almost done with you for now. But I think Matt wanted to jump in real quick.
Yeah, I think what Pierce was asking was something more like, is there anything about the number of studies that relates to the truth of the matter? So if we had more studies that in number, if we had 1,000 studies that said vegans kill less animals, and we only had 800 studies that said meat eaters kill less animals, is there anything about the number of those studies that would tell us whether or not one of the claims is true?
Okay, now, again, like I said, because if you were listening, you could recall that I said you can take an educated guess, right? Right? So
So
taking an educated guess, right? Okay, you check the data, right? Right? I think this is the process for making a spreadsheet or something. I don't know. I didn't pay attention in sixth grade math class. Um, so then technically, like you find the data, okay? You find the median or something, and then like it's not about finding what you think could possibly be the answer. Ask other people if they think is the right answer, and then
okay.
if a majority thinks it is, then I mean it's probably the right answer.
Can I ask, like, what if we had 10 websites saying one thing and then 8 websites saying the opposite thing, but what if some of the websites are more credible than the other websites? Like, what if the 8 websites are really credible, really good sources, but there's only 8 of them, but then you've got 10 bad sources over here? Is 10
Then
bad sources better than 8 good sources?
no, quality over quantity any day. Because look at this, right? So if these credible websites, I don't know, like freaking ABC or I don't know, freaking CNN or whatever, if they're saying something, it's most likely true. They've been correct about lots of things. You can check the statistics. I'm not going to. You can. And then you find here that they're correct on a lot of things. Then these 10 uncredible websites, right? You could check their information on a credible website, and then if that's true, then you can assume that maybe it's not well known, but you find that what they're saying is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going back, no, I just for clarity, I don't believe the Earth is flat. Just FYI, this is just an
Yeah.
example.
Thank you.
But
Yeah.
listening to what you
I
were
knew you were
saying,
smart.
I'm going to kind of recap what I think you were saying. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. You were saying that even if I was to find, a whole bunch more websites saying the Earth was flat than saying that it's round, you kind of got into it. You were I think what you were saying was like the evidence is actually more important than the articles, if I
Yeah.
was understanding correctly. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Evidence is more important than articles. Articles is letters on a website or a magazine or whatever.
Okay,
Evidence is letters also on a website, a magazine, but it's evidence.
okay. So going back kind of the farms, you would rather have the evidence rather than the articles, probably, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's all I got.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, great job to everybody who asked questions, and thank you for bringing a claim up here for us to ask you about. That was very nice of you, and you were pretty nice during most of it.
I
And
like that guy.
yeah. So I'll say that just to really answer the question, though, like that website was saying, because you did find a good source when you looked up that information about, do vegans kill more animals through soy and all that stuff? Like, so I tagged you in the chat. I'm gonna, yeah, it's still there. I'm gonna post it again. And this is, you should read the first page of this document that I made called 100 Vegan Environment Sources. And I'm just gonna read a couple of statistics to you real quick. So according to Yale University, it takes 25 calories of plants to make 1 calorie of beef, because the cow has to eat plants for 18 months to get them up to slaughter weight. So 25 times. So the amount of, like, you're right that like there are little bugs and maybe some critters and stuff, little animals that get killed when we make food like soy or rice or, you know, whatever. But the cow that's eating, the cow that we kill to eat the beef, that cow had to eat 25 times more than the amount of beef they're creating. And so that's like 25 times more or something like that. You know, it's a lot more animals who die in those fields to make the food for the cow than if we just ate that directly. So like the Vegan Beyond Burger creates or uses 93% less land, you know, 93% less land. And then most soy is for animal agriculture, is for that. So 90% of US soybeans are used for animal agriculture as feed for those cows, and that's coming from the American Soy Association. And globally, 77% of global soy is fed to cows for meat and dairy production. So you know, so the idea is like, yeah, vegans, we're not perfect, you know, we know we're not perfect, but we're trying to reduce the amount of suffering that we cause and not cause direct intentional harm if we can avoid it, you know. And hopefully one day we'll have a world where all of our farms are indoor, so that the all the plant farms are inside, so that little bugs and critters can't get inside to get to the plants to eat them. They'll so we won't need pesticides and stuff like that to protect our crops. But in the meantime, we've got to eat something. We don't have to eat animals, but we do have to eat plants in order to be healthy. And so, and by eating plants, we're killing less animals. So there you go. So it